Hello, 7th graders. This is Mrs. Abriani here to explain your English 7A Unit 3 activity called Performance Task. First and foremost, as with all activities, download the instructions. So this one's in Unit 3. This tile here, Unit 3 Activity Performance Task. Click on that. This will open up for you, and here's the button you push to download the instructions, which you will save to your drive. Very important. Save this to your drive. That way, as you're working on it, it will automatically save your work that you're typing live in the moment. It can't erase, it can't get lost. Save this document to your drive. I'll go over the instructions next. Step 1 of your performance task says choose a monologue from a play. Write the title and a summary. What the heck's a monologue? Well, a monologue is a long speech given by an actor on a stage. So we're looking at plays here. You've read a play in one of your tutorials called The Proposal, which you can find a monologue in that play, or there's a list of others. But let me show you how you can find a monologue. So here we go. Here is The Proposal, the play, all written out. Okay, so whenever you see a big bolded word, that's the character's name. And we're looking for a really long paragraph next to one of these characters' names. Okay, so here I see short ones, short ones, short, short, short. We want it to be longer, longer, longer. Okay, here's one. This character, Lamov. Here's a big old long paragraph. This is an example of a monologue. You could copy and paste that into your assignment, practice reading it, and in the end, you'll be reading this monologue to your teacher, okay? So that's how you find a monologue, but it doesn't have to be from this play. It could be from Romeo and Juliet. It could be from the Diary of Anne Frank. It could be from Our Town, which is a more modern play. A Raisin in the Sun is a more modern play. If you click on this link, you'll find a website with loads of monologues from different plays. If you have trouble finding a monologue, contact your teacher, contact me, contact any English teacher, and we can help you. But I'm going to use A Raisin in the Sun. That's the name of a play. As an example, let me show you what I did. I went straight to Google. I typed in A Raisin in the Sun monologue. Bam, first link I got took me here. I clicked on the first monologue I could find, clicked on text, and voila, here's a monologue, this first paragraph. I read it over. I felt like it was words I understood, so I'm going to use that as my example here to explain the rest of the instructions, okay? So your task in step 1 is to find a monologue from a play that is interesting, that you can probably read out loud pretty easily, and give a summary of it in step 1, okay? So the name of the play and a summary of it. Right here is where you can find the summary if you were to choose this route, okay? Step 2, paste that script you found, that monologue, into step 2, okay? So I had done A Raisin in the Sun, that's the name of the play. I gave a short summary of the play, and then I copied and pasted that monologue in step 2. That's it. Step 2, super easy. Step 3, now you're going to be rehearsing that monologue. Your goal is to read it over the phone to a teacher, okay? So it says in the instructions for step 3 to memorize your lines. You don't have to memorize them. You'll be reading them from a page over the phone to your teacher, or you'll be recording yourself reading it. We won't see you. You won't be standing on a stage reading it, so you don't have to memorize it. But if you can, cool. Watch YouTube videos of monologues. Just get a lot of practice in, because you're going to be graded on your performance. You want to make sure you're not stuttering. You want to make sure you're reading it as if you're this person really saying these things out loud from your own brain. So it's good to practice. And what I did here in Google, I typed in a Raisin in the Sun monologue, clicked on videos, and bam, I can find the monologue I chose here. I could watch someone else read it to get ideas for how I should read it. Okay? Google is your friend. Step 4 is where you're actually going to perform the monologue. You have 2 options. You can record your performance and contact an English teacher to share it with them, or you can actually upload it right to the assignment in Plato when you're done. Here are instructions. I can send you this link, or your teacher can. It's the easiest way to record your voice. You need Adobe Flash Player. It shows you how to enable that. Anyway, really easy step by step. If you're in a Spanish class in high school, you'll be required to do this. Or more simple, you can just call an English teacher and read your monologue over the phone to them, okay? This is a verbal assignment. You have to be saying these words out loud. So practice it. Practice it to yourself. Practice it out loud to someone in your house. But, you want to stop at the periods. You want to take a breath where you think the character would take a breath. You want to make sure you can pronounce all the words, right? So practice. You'll be graded like this. Your lines were well rehearsed. You spoke the lines loudly and clearly. You showed appropriate emotions for each line. Okay, so if it's someone who's sad, you're not talking like this, like you're happy, right? You want to make sure your tone of voice matches the emotions in the content of what they're saying. You follow any stage directions. You probably won't have any stage directions, but if you do, they will be in parentheses, and they might say actor size, in which case you have to go, right? Okay, so this is a fun one, you guys. This is out of the ordinary, but it's a part of your requirements to graduate from the 7th grade is to do some verbal skills, reading out loud, okay? And this is even more than that, it's a performance. So you're practicing how to be a little actor. I'm not by nature an actor, but I still had to perform To Be or Not to Be in high school to my teacher. So it's good practice to do something like this, even if it's uncomfortable, because you will likely have to talk to a crowd of people at some point in your life. So this is a safe way to practice that. You'll just be talking to a teacher on the phone or recording it and sending it in. Once you're done, you will upload the instructions where you typed in your monologue and a few other things. And you could upload your audio recording of you reciting your monologue, those 2 files here, just like a PE log, but in your English class, Unit 3 activity performance task. Okay, if you have any questions, let me know. It's a fun one. Have fun with it, you guys.